So how have
Anyways,
the other guy been on the other side of the country?
well, same old lah. Oh, but my 4K TV died.
God bless its pixelated soul.
Yeah, what a way to start the new year, right?
You
2024,
went
my
with a
TV
bang,
died.
that's for sure.
Yes, I think it did. Was watching a series.
Wait,
Then
I
went
gotta
black.
ask you this. I gotta ask you this though. Was it
What's
the
that?
TV's New Year resolution? To give up on you?
Pun intended, right? Pun intended, right? Yeah, say yes.
Yeah.
Just say yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So
Now we can move on.
yes.
Anyways, yeah, my TV died. So I'm looking to buy a new one. And you'll be surprised how common 4K TV are. There are there nowadays. It's so common, man.
True.
You won't
Yeah, it
find
is common.
any.
There's so many models and variations nowadays. It's like the 4K has become like a like normal. It's like a requirement now. Every house must have 4K.
Yeah, who don't want to have sharper pictures, more vibrant colors, smoother motions?
Yeah, it's all nice and well, but to be very frank, 4K TVs, they give me somewhat of a headache. Like just putting it mildly, right? I went to the store that day and they were putting all these 4K TVs on display. I think they're doing a preview of Shazam. Trust me, that TV went Shazam. I went, oh damn. It's so vibrant. I think it just messed up in my head because it's so much of detail, so much of information coming in from a flat screen, right? And my head is like,
Right.
how is that even possible? How can the thin piece of thing have so much of depth?
Now you
Literally.
have to understand that all these places that is selling TV, they do boost the colors and the brightness and the contrast, probably to the max,
Yeah,
just
the
so you
only
can
thing it
buy one.
boosted for me is the pain in my head. That's the only thing it boosted for me. And the more reasons for me not to get one. But
Well, then you need.
eventually, I suppose I will. Anyway.
I think you need an eye check.
But yeah, says the guy wearing glasses.
Try it.
Fine. I'll take your advice.
So yeah, looking around for 4K. Then man, instead of 4Ks now, I start to slowly see 8K TVs. This year, what 16K TV? Heck, if 16K TV is coming out, how much details do you need to see to be impressed?
Sometimes I feel less is best, but
Okay, like if you let's say you play AAA games, all right, on your TV, on your Xbox or PlayStation, right? And you want to see the details of or that tiny character in that far end of the background. That amount of detail, okay, fine. But if you're watching a movie, watching a series, watching anime or cartoons, do you need 4K? For me, again, I don't mind the color vibrancies. I don't mind the wonderful picture sharpness, but how much sharpness can you get from an anime?
That depends. Like anime and things like that, I can't say because they're making it more to 4K resolution now, right? So
Yeah.
by default it's already in 4K. But for movies and things like that, I guess when the movie is moving so fast, you don't see much of the detail unless it's like the type of movie that goes really slow.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can see all the proper details. That is more preferable, right? But if
Yeah.
you have like a fast going movie, like a racing movie or some high intense action movies. Everything's going so fast, so you kind of like lose all the details, right? So it's like putting like super high resolution in something you're going to see in a fraction of a second. There's pros and cons, I assume. I mean, for those who like really want to enjoy the whole cinematic experience, yeah, sure, 4K is the way to go, I suppose. But end of the day, is like you got to weigh your options out, I suppose. Like, will you be able to see every single frame, every single second, every single pixel in that 4K resolution? Maybe you watch it 4 or 5 times, maybe.
You know, we never have this kind of difficulty choosing a TV or even a monitor when we play on our PlayStation 2 or 1. Heck, or even on a Game Boy. Remember those times?
Good times. Good times.
You know,
Because the TV, those days were standard. There was no resolution. It all was in the same resolution.
The only concern we had was, can it play? That's it.
Yeah.
I don't care the sharpness, right? Can it play?
Can it play? Yeah. Especially those console games. God. I hope that's not where they got the name blowjob. Take the disc, put in. Doesn't work. Take out. No, it works. That's bad. But I mean, yeah, those were simpler times. I mean, even the most simplest games had its awesomeness. It didn't have to be high in resolution at all.
I mean,
just had to be fun.
When did we ever start getting worried about resolution? I mean, when did we ever start like, oh, I need to play this at this resolution? When did we start become what crisis?
I can't say crisis per se, but I feel the whole thing. I mean, me personally, I feel the whole thing started when snipers decided I needed a bigger and more sharper screen to pop my friend's head 5 miles away. And then brag to him, I shot you in the head, man. And laugh like that, yes.
True. You know, honestly speaking, I don't recall worrying about that.
True.
But what you say is also correct. I do care that I want to be able to see that person at the far end of the map. To be able to see that tiny little pixel that represents the player. I guess, yeah. I think that's when we all start to like, maybe that's when we all start to care about resolution so much. I mean, you cannot say that playing on a CRT monitor, right?
Yeah, CRT monitor is all standard. But I suppose as technology moves forward, I mean, things get sharper, smaller, faster. It's part of progress that we can't say no to. Not to say it doesn't help. I mean, work-wise, it does help, especially for designers and things like that. You don't have to make 300 changes anymore. You say, oh, there's only one mistake. I know it's a 1 pixel mistake. Sure. Okay. I think so.